Where is my phone? Where is my phone? Foxhound, you're so they're still around.
Involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Falcon Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally,
The buttons look nice. Yeah,
Foxhound Squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target. As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission. Weapons and equipment OSP. Yes.
Weapons and equipment
This is a top
OSP.
secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Hello, hello everyone. Let's just check the levels. Check the levels. Levels checking. Levels checking. Levels. Check the levels. Hello, hello Brian. We've got 3 viewers in here. Okay, that's good. Sorry I'm a little bit late because I had to work and was having dinner and stuff. But anyway, sound is good. Okay, excellent. So let's get started. This is the Iron Odin2 in black. Just got it today. Just give me a second. Right, so I'm just going to move myself over here. So it's here's the box. Right, so let's just go over some basic stuff first. The box is quite compact. You don't get much inside. It opens like a drawer. I'm sure you've seen plenty of unboxings of this, but basically you get a USB-C cable and like an information card. There's nothing really that exciting in there. So yes, the box is pretty standard. AYN Odin, sorry, yeah, iron. I don't know. So I have the AYANEO Pocket Air here as well for a comparison. So we'll talk about that as well. And I haven't had much time to set this up today, so we're just probably going to look at Gamecube and PS2 today. I'll give my first impressions of the hardware in a moment. Let me just turn down this volume. Okay, so when I first unboxed the Iron Odin or the Odin2, I was a little bit surprised actually, because there's a few things that I thought which I think I got wrong. I've not used a Odin 1 before, and I was a bit surprised by the size of it, because it's I didn't realize 6-inch was that much bigger than 5-inch. And also I thought that the something that hit me straight away, right, was you can see where to me anyway, right, to me, I can see where the money has gone, or the budget has gone into this handheld. And because I feel like the plastics feel a little bit cheaper than some other consoles, like AYANEO, for example. That's not to say it's bad. Like, I'm not saying the plastics are bad, or it's like it's like Pow Kitty V90 or something that looks really cheap. Like, but I can tell that it's not as like it to me it feels a little bit hollow. Maybe that's intentional because it's it's a bit bigger. They probably thought, oh, we need to make this a little bit lighter because it's going to be a big 6-inch device. And like, I'm not saying it's bad, but the plastic does feel, let's say it feels different than an AYANEO device, or another device like a Steam Deck, for example, or a first party controller. If you've you've probably used like Xbox controller or PS2 controller before. Like, to me, the plastics on those controllers, they feel really nice, right? Whereas this is like, okay, it's all right, it's decent. It's kind of like a 8-bit Duke controller, or a Gully Kit controller. That's kind of the level of quality in the plastics I found. With the black one, something I really like is, I don't know how they did it, but like, I've got quite sweaty hands usually when I'm playing games, and I found that the black, they don't, like, it doesn't pick up the fingerprints that much. Which is kind of cool. I mean, it still does, right? But it's not as obvious or as bad as like some other consoles. Like for example, like Retroid. There was a Retroid Pocket 2 Plus, and I feel like the plastic on that, it was just horrible. It was just a fingerprint magnet. So I really didn't like that. So let's get into how I think about the basically the hardware itself. So something else which struck me as well straight away was this this TF card slot is kind of hard to pull out. So it's got this like little plastic like holder, or plastic like cable thing which holds it in place, and these two notches, and you really need to pull back to take out this TF card thing. So it's not like it's not impossible, but I was a bit surprised like how well that's stuck in. All right, so things that like I do like about it straight away, like people had some doubts about this screen being any good, especially compared to like a different device. The screen is good. I think the screen's all right. There's no not had any bad impression on it. Like, it doesn't look. It goes like quite bright, and it goes quite dark. Like, so the brightness range is good. The colors in the, like, it just looking at this home menu here, the colors look okay. Like, I've not I don't think they're bad at all. So they're not like Anbernic low grade quality type thing. Driver 3, driver palette. Okay. With the screen, actually, I think it's pretty good. For like an LCD panel, I think it's good. So they said that they did some tuning on the screen to make sure that it was almost as good as an OLED or one of the better LCD panels. I think they've definitely done some good work to make sure that the colors pop. And I like it. I don't think I think that the screen is not something to be disappointed about on this machine. It's definitely a decent screen, and it's not. They haven't cheaped out on it like some people were saying that might happen. Something with the screen I noticed in the options menu, which maybe hasn't been mentioned before. In the settings, there is a setting for colors. And there's two settings here: natural, boosted, or adaptive. The natural one probably makes it more closer to sRGB, a bit more accurate. But boosted, I think, looks good. It makes it a bit more contrasty, a bit more poppy. So I do like the fact that they've included these, and these actually work. Whereas on the AYANEO, like the settings are just not there. And then on the KTR1, the settings are there, but then they don't do anything. So I think Iron's definitely worked on the software. You know, obviously they've made their own little things with the LED lights and the RGB lights and all this stuff, and they've done a decent job at making sure like the Android functionality works. How does it compare to the Pocket Air background screen? So yeah, I was just talking about that. So for me, right, in the 5.5 inch, the 5.5 inch makes everything look a bit sharper. So I think that just by virtue of being, you know, 1080p and 5.5 inch, things look a bit sharper. Colors look better on the OLED, I think. But I'm not saying, you know, this is like a terrible screen. You know, it's still great. Still a good screen. It's just that the Pocket Air does definitely edge this one out. So like, not something to be disappointed about. But for sure, when you start playing on the Pocket Air, to me the Pocket Air looks does look better. Let's go into some. Let's just do this when I'm talking. What's going on here? Okay, so something else which I do like about this is they've gone with this 4 little action buttons: start and select, home and back. I do like this. I think I probably like these a little bit better than the AYANEO ones, because the AYANEO buttons feel a bit fragile, a little bit cheap. But these ones, I think the placement, the size is good, and I think that's cool that they've done that. I think that's pretty damn good that they've gone with this 4-way control thing. I mean, I wouldn't mind them here as well. That's also okay. But I mean, it's all good. It's all good that they thought about this. Sorry, what am I just looking for here? Sorry, I'm just going to look for the. Just looking for the frame rate. Where has it gone? Yeah, so sorry about this because I haven't had much time. I've just literally got this a couple of hours ago, got off work, and then just copied some games over, and then that's it. So I'm just trying to look for the FPS. Here it is. Yep. So I want the FPS, I want the VPS, and I want the percentage speed. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so one of the big draws of this machine is that because it's got a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, in theory we can just drop any Gamecube game, any PS2 game, and it's going to fly with them, which is really cool. Okay, so let me talk a bit more about the hardware, because that's what this stream is mainly going to be. So don't worry about don't worry about if you're making requests. I will get to them, and I'm planning to do more live streams today and tomorrow and the day after. So if you make some requests, I'll get round to them. So don't worry about that. Today's going to be more of a stream about talking about the hardware, and because I'm a Pocket Air owner, I'll try and do my best to compare this as well. I've not had that much time to play with this Odin2, but I will tell you my first impressions right now. Okay, so controls wise, the joysticks, the tension is really good. It's a little bit less tension than AYANEO. AYANEO feels a bit more, it takes slightly more force to push it around, but this one feels really smooth to go around, and I like that little accent actually, the lit RGB light accent. I think that's pretty cool. Something that did surprise me, so in the images of the device, I thought that the sticks are actually bigger than what they are. But when you kind of compare them together with the Pocket Air, the stick is like, they're actually the same size stick, but the difference is the AYANEO, they're convex, whereas these have like a little area to where your thumb sinks into, and I don't know what I think about that at the moment, but I don't mind it. But the size is not different. Like, they're actually the same size. They're still like Switch style sticks. Because when I was looking at the pictures, I thought that they actually put like a bigger, not Steam Deck sized stick, but they it's just a normal Switch side stick. So I don't know if that's a deal breaker or anything, but for me that's okay. I mean, I'm kind of getting used to these Switch style sticks anyway, and I've not played on a controller for a while, to be honest. With the D-pad, right? D-pad, I think it's okay. I'm not that impressed with it, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of like a Vita D-pad. It's got oh, well, that vibration was strong. I don't like the size of it. I do prefer the D-pad on the Pocket Air. The Pocket Air one is a bit clicky. Like, when you can probably hear it when I'm moving it around like this. Well, the vibration's going. Oh, okay. So the vibration is definitely better on the Odin2. Yeah, so back to the D-pad, right? Like, I'm not a massive fan of these PS Vita style D-pads, but I think it's it's just a bit small for me. So I mean, this is a stick first console, so I don't, it's okay that it's kind of like that down here, and it's a bit smaller and a bit less prominent. But I think I'd have to play some fighting games on it to see how well it works in those games before giving a judgment. Concave sticks are so much better than... Yeah, I mean, that's a personal preference, I think. So I don't mind either. I don't mind either at this point. I think that the AYANEO ones are fine. They're okay. I'll see maybe when I'm playing some FPS game or some streaming or something like that. Then I'll find out. Whoa, what's going on here? Did it just crash? Okay. Oh, I think my unit just crashed. Oh, okay. Yeah, so okay, I just got a crash. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, it's the FPS has gone to... It did move then. Okay, that's the first on-camera AYANEO, not AYANEO, Iron Odin2 crash. Okay, let me just restart it. It's a hard lock, that is. How do I reset this thing? Okay, there you go. Wow, yeah. So yeah, live demo, guys. It just crashed on me. Okay, let's just catch up with some of these comments in the text. Any chance you will test out driver 3, driver parallel lines? Okay, so I don't have those loaded on the console, but I will get around to it in a later stream. USP2. I will get around it to in another stream. I'm so hyped about this device that I forgot I only play PSP games. If you only play PSP games, right? There is a console coming out soon called the Gameforce Ace, which is a bit cheaper and actually might be more suitable for you if you're a PSP only gamer and you don't care about PS2 or Gamecube or anything like that. I think the Gameforce Ace might be good for just PSP games. Let's just try that again. Maybe I'll put the fan up a little bit to see if that was a problem. Maybe I did something bad. Okay, so how how does it compare to the Pocket Air in the background? Right, so in this stream, I will be referencing the Pocket Air a lot, or as much as possible. Yeah, so that's that. How do the joysticks feel? I believe they're a bit taller than the AYANEO. So let's just have a look. I think you're right. Maybe. I think they're. I actually think the AYANEO are a little bit taller. I think the AYANEO might be a bit taller. Yeah. To me, the AYANEO sticks are a little bit taller, but then you've got that inset stick. The top of the stick is inset. Okay, it looks so much better with the lights off. Okay, I can turn the lights off later if you don't like that. Sorry, I ordered black as well. There's a side of the customizable light as well. Okay, so the I will quickly get onto that because that's quite easy to show you. Yep. So in the Android menu at the top, there's a button called Ambient LED, and this is like the quick toggle for the LED lights. This is and you've got two separate ones for turning the stick lights and then the side lights on and off. So I hope you can see that there. And then you've got this brightness slider where you can just make them tune the brightness to how you like. And then you've got different colors that you can color presets that you can change. So the yellow doesn't look that yellow. The yellow actually looks green. So I think there's some. The yellow looks more green to me, but the the orange looks yellow, and then the white looks a bit blue to me. So the colors are a little bit of a mixed bag, but I do believe in the settings. If we scroll down right to the bottom and go to Odin settings, I think there might be a bit more in here where you can actually fully customize the color. It's like a PC style RGB type setup where you've got like a CSS code number that you can punch in and then change that how you like. So you've got some good customization options, and then you've got this quick toggle here which you can just turn the lights off if you are like Mr. Tretstark and you want to turn the lights off. That's cool. Which model is it? Base, Pro, Max. So it's the base model here, the base black, the cheapest one. This is the 8GB 128 gigabyte storage model. I bought the cheapest one with the super early bird thing. I think it was about let me just check. It was $255 with the screen protector. That is the super early bird pricing, which I believe this weekend. So if you are if you like, if you are on the fence about this device, and maybe like just pushed off the fence, maybe. Sorry. I would seriously consider making a decision as fast as possible because they're going to increase the price of the Odin2 from this weekend. So you want to make a decision about this, get some money together if you want to buy this pretty soon because they're going to increase the price. And I've heard that the price is going to be maybe like $50 more or $50 more. So that's quite a lot in terms of a price increase. So like, if you are all interested in the system and you think you're gonna you probably want to buy it, I would just go for it this weekend because if you don't, then that price increase is gonna hit you. Can you play Switch games, Dragon Ball FighterZ on Yuzu? Right, so I don't have any Switch games on it, but I will write that down for you, Jason. And I think you made I think there was another request about driver as well. I will try and do that as well. Right. So, next question: do you prefer the ergonomic grip thickness on the iron. Right, so I think the grip is pretty good actually. I think the grip is good. I'm not too keen on those buttons. Like maybe the button is a little bit easy to press, but it's not. Yeah, not the end of the world. Because that's where, like, that button there, that's where my finger would actually, exactly where it would rest. So I guess it's good from a placement point of view, but if I was kind of like holding it or gripping it, then you know, I might press it by accident. But the actual shape of the device, I do think it's quite good, quite comfortable. With the AYANEO, I thought that it's the grip doesn't feel like it like this. It could be a little bit, whoops, this grip, if it was extended just a little bit, a little bit more out, or maybe that hump was a little bit higher, I think that could be a little bit more comfortable. I still like the like, it's not, you know, it's better than like having no grip at all, like a RP2 or whatever. But in terms of the grip right now, I think the Odin2 actually gets into my hands anyway quite well. So I have quite small hands, quite thin hands, and the thickness of the device is actually helping me hold it a lot. It's like it's not going to fly out of my hands. This one, the Pocket Air, again, it's not going to fly out of my hands, and I can, you know, hold it one-handed easily. I mean, I like both. It's very close, so I'm not like at this point I'm not inclined either way. I think the Odin2 is at least as good as the Pocket Air. I do like it though. I like it how it gets more into the like the palm of your hand here, whereas the shape of this, it doesn't get in there as much, but it's still comfortable to hold, like from your fingers down here. So I'd say it's a bit of a you know, a bit of a wash, a bit equal between the two. So yeah, I mean, they have good things and bad things about both of them, don't they? Could I show the performance panel for every game I'm testing? I want to get the best view. 8 GB is enough. So in my experience, right, if you're playing PS2 or Gamecube, so I've got the 6 GB Pocket Air, and I've been playing this a lot. On any PS2 game, any Gamecube game, 6 GB is perfectly fine. And I think that the bass is, like, I mean, it's one of the reasons I went for the bass, because I don't think that I think that 12 and 16 gigabytes in a handheld is a bit of an overkill, like an Android handheld. It's not a case of, like, you know, it's good enough or whatever. I mean, it's great. 8 gigabytes is fantastic on Android. And if you want to play like lots of Switch games, then 12 and 16, you know, might be worth it. But the thing is, right, the emulators are not that. You know, they're not that developed yet. And I've even heard that Strato, the new Switch emulator, like, it's going to need like 3 gigabytes or something. I read this on their Discord, and you know, that's, you know, they're going to work on optimizing these things, and it's, when you've got like 16, 12 gigabytes, by the time you're using that, the handheld's going to be out of date. So yeah. Okay, so there's a request down here. Could you pull out your KTR1 and do a size comparison real quick? Yep, sure. Just give me a second. Okay, so I've got a couple of handhelds to the side here. So let's put the Pocket Air to the side for the moment, and this is the KTR1. It's a very fingerprinty KTR1. Let's just give it a wipe. I've not used my KTR1 for a while actually, so I've been using the Pocket Air a lot. And I've been using the Miu Mini actually a lot recently, playing playing a lot of Tetris. So yeah, let's just wipe this. KTR1, yep. Yeah, so I hope you can see that okay. So yeah. Whoa, the menu's even gone off on it. So yeah, I've got I did have the official KTR1 wallpaper on here. But yeah, you can even see that I haven't even charged my KTR1 for a while. And mine does work. It's not like broken. I I still haven't done the speaker fix. But so I need to open this guy up and reverse the polarity of the speaker at some point, and because I've just been using the USB-C headphone adapter when I play this guy. But yeah, I hope that's okay for you to do a size comparison. Obviously the Odin2 is like way thicker. But yeah, that's a size comparison. I should reverse my car over it. That would reverse the speaker polarity if I just drove over it. Okay. So yep, I hope that helps you out. KTR1 comparison. Okay, here's another strange comparison. So I have a V2 with a grip here. Obviously the Vita is tiny compared to these new handhelds. But yeah, this is how I play my PlayStation Vita. Great console. And here's a AYANEO Air Plus Intel Edition, so I can hardly fit that in the camera here. So let me just zoom out a bit for you guys. Yeah. So here you go. That's a huge one. I think they're both 6-inch screens, right? So the AYANEO Air Plus is here, and it's a lot bigger than the Odin, I think. This is so what I was saying, I think before, is this is kind of like the limit for me. I would not buy a handheld bigger than this. I've used the Steam Deck before and I don't really like it because of the size. I mean, obviously the performance is fantastic, but I don't really like it because of how big it is. But the Odin2 is it's definitely the right size for something that I would buy, and the right price as well. Okay, so let's go back to the Pocket Air. You can have a zoomed out view of it. So to me, the Pocket Air, like the pictures actually, they're about the same. I think there was a picture what Taki uploaded, and then it looked like looked smaller, didn't it? I don't know. The Odin looked way bigger than, but I think they're both pretty similar. I mean the AYANEO is less of a thick boy than the Odin2. So looking at Mario Sunshine, I think the screen is actually pretty good. The screens are. I mean, am I at max brightness here? Yeah, I'm at max brightness, and the screen is looking good. The screen's looking good. I think my is my AYANEO max brightness. Oh, my AYANEO is only at 80%, so yeah, 80% brightness. Buttons are a little bit bigger. Yeah, but I think they could have been even bigger. I think that might have been better. But yeah, anyway. So let's try some games, and I think people are gonna maybe people on this live stream are gonna. I mean, we've got some good suggestions so far because I've not played those games before, like Driver 3 and the Dragon Ball game for Dragon Ball Fighters on Switch. Like, they're good suggestions because I've not played those before on stream. But if anybody suggests like Dirge of Cerberus to me. I'm not going to play this. Have you tried cloud streaming? Sorry, Mike, I've not tried much at all because I've just got it today. I was thinking of like Alan Wake 2 just came out, and it would have been nice if I got that set up in time. But yeah, I didn't. I don't have time to. Didn't have time today to set up any cloud streaming, I'm afraid. Let me just zoom back in to get some more Odin2 in the picture, and then let's try some games. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, that was my KTR. My KTR one just vibrated and died. The battery ran out. Okay. So the speakers get quite loud. That's pretty good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, do I want to play this game actually? What I want to do is I want to press the back button and I want to fast forward. How do I fast forward? Whoa, this is crazy actually. I don't know if you can hear the vibration motor, but the vibration is really strong on this. Like, actually, that's probably something that's probably something that's better on this than the AYANEO, definitely, because the vibration in the AYANEO is like it's either broken or or really weak. But the vibration on this, like if you like a vibrator, then the Odin2 is probably for you, right? Because this is like it's pretty damn strong. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah.
I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this dreadful heat. Master Mark, if you would,
Oh, why is it doing that?
and find some assistance.
Oh, okay. So we got some. Okay, so that's something that's good. They've already got the. They've already got the screen stuff sorted out. So I think with Dolphin, I've got a bug here. I've got a bug here where it's not. Okay, so we've had a crash, we've had a bug. What's going on here? Oh no, yeah, I do have dark mode on. Okay, thanks for that. Android. Okay. Actually, I didn't want to play Super Mario Sunshine because we're always playing it on stream. Let's try something else like new. The OS looks more polished than AYANEO. To be honest, yes, it is, because AYANEO, when it came out, like, it didn't, like, it's got some features, but they're a bit buggy, and things like digital well-being crashes a lot on the AYANEO, which is a bit rubbish. Like, you just see a big this application has stopped message. They have the key mapping. They've got like their own gamepad tester, profiles, I guess some like overclocking stuff. I don't like the design. I think AYANEO's design is probably better, and the graphical touches it looks a bit nicer, but this seems more functional to me, and obviously it's all working, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I actually don't like vibration on my I don't like vibration on the devices, so that's something. I mean, you can turn it off in game, I guess, rumble. Let's turn it off here, because otherwise it's a bit too distracting, I think. You probably even heard it on the stream, right? Because if like you're on the train or something and something vibrates like that, people are gonna think, what the hell's this guy got in his hand? Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and AYANEO Odin2 is the best handheld devices for money and power. I don't own two of those, so I wouldn't know. I mean, I only have the Odin2. I like the ROG Ally, but I'm afraid it breaks my rule of having too much, of costing too much, because I have a rule where if a handheld is going to cost more than $300 US, I'm not going to buy it. Otherwise, I'm going to be broke. Unless somebody sends me a super chat or something like that, and I will probably not be buying a ROG Ally, because it's too much for me. Sadly, I will, like, if the Steam Deck 2 is nice, though, I will buy that. If it's a bit smaller, at least. Okay, so I'm at 3x resolution, 16 times filtering. This is scaled to 1080p. You can see on the top right here, the speed is locked to 100%, 60 FPS, and we have tons of like headway because the max is 450%. So like this game is no problem at all for the Odin 2, and I pretty much expect that from like most of the, well, what am I trying to do? Yeah, most of the things that I'm gonna play on this, like the only thing that might have a problem would be like Switch, I guess. Mark, thank you for your message. Yep, you can always tune in anytime. I'm gonna do, whenever I get a new console, I usually do a couple of streams, so don't worry about missing one. I just have to remember how to play this game. Actually, I never played 2. I finished 1, but I never played Viewtiful Joe 2. Oh, I can actually exit this. Whoops. Okay, I was just... Oh yeah, okay. I have to remember how to play this bloody game. Yep, no problem. No problem at all. Enjoy the... Oh, what am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Enjoy your day with your kids. Yep, I am crappy. Whoops. Oh. Okay, so I've had a couple of these like crashes on Dolphin at the moment, so it's completely frozen on me. I'm using the nightly build, so it might not be a good idea to do that. But right now I can't move my character at all, so I think that's yeah, that's probably something to do with the Dolphin Nightly that I'm using. Or yeah, I don't know, maybe I paused it or something like that. Because this thing has already crashed on me. Okay, let's just switch over to PS2. Oh, did I press the... Oh, that would have been stupid. Did I press the pause button by accident? Maybe that happened. Because that would have been really dumb. Okay, right, so on Ether SX2, I'm using the 3566 version. Let's just check my settings here, just show you what I'm doing. Vulkan 3 times native, filtering out 16 times, widescreen patches, everything on. Let's try Devil May Cry 3. So for me, while I was just playing that game, I've noticed that the buttons, they don't bottom out as much as the AYANEO, and that's something I wonder if I'm going to feel like some fatiguing over time, pressing the buttons a lot, or button mashing. Not sure if that's a big problem or not, but the buttons, they don't have much travel on them, like compared to this. Okay, so one thing straight away is that the Odin2 on this game did not need any configuration. I just put it 3 times and then 3 times resolution and just went go. I think that's really the power of the Snapdragon CPU that they're using. Like, you don't even have to do anything. You can just set up any, almost any game and then get good performance straight away. 1080p. Oh, is this 1080p? We're at 3x, so almost 1080. I think maybe we could go up one more and then it would be 1080. Maybe let's do that now. So I'm going to press the back button and then I'm going to press this here and then just put the graphics up even higher to 4 times, which I'm sure that this can handle. Right, so we're at basically 1080p now, and this is probably not even going to, whoops, it's not even going to have a problem. Yep, so even 1080p PS2 games, no problem at all. Put it at 8x. I could do, but I don't need a heater in my hand. I mean, you probably could with this device because it's powerful enough, right? That's really the main thing. Like, I think that's really good. That's a really good part of this. Like, you don't even have to care about the settings. You just put everything to max and then enjoy. Speaking about heating up, like, the fan is as good as the AYANEO. Like, maybe slightly better, slightly quieter. At the lowest setting, I couldn't hear anything. Right now, I think I have it on smart or the medium setting. yeah, I don't even hear, like, over my AC or the PC behind me doing the streaming. I don't have a problem with the fan. Certainly better than this guy, which is the Intel i3. That is a bit of that's definitely having a heater in your hand. But there's yeah, no problems at all with the heat, I think. Playing PS2 games anyway, and a Gamecube game. I don't know about Switch. Maybe that's gonna heat up a bit. But we'll test that later. Nice. Mario Kart 8D on Yuzu. Did you have any crashing problems, or is it okay on the Switch? On Yuzu, sorry. Like, or is Yuzu quite stable for that game? Cool. I will try some Switch games for sure. But my main use case for this is actually going to be so that it's harder to run PS2 games. So with my quick time with this game, Devil May Cry 3, I actually think the Pocket Air screen is a bit better on in terms of like contrast between dark scenes and light scenes, because this game is, I mean, it looks good, but it's like it is a little bit dark. It could be also my lighting as well, because I have the big like studio light on. And I think in normal gameplay it's probably going to be alright. But if you like a really bright screen, the Odin might be a little bit of an issue for you. The Pocket Air does get a bit brighter than this one. I'm not sure if they tuned the brightness. I did hear that they did some update to tune the brightness, but I'll check that out later. Okay, let's switch to another game and just see how well it's going to run. So let's maybe save that for later. Okay, I'm not going to play Baldur's Gate or any of those like hard to run ones. Let's try. So there are some games here which are not gonna look good, I think. Because I know Ridge Racer is a bit of a, well, let's maybe try it, because I know Ridge Racer is it's a bit bad actually on the AYANEO Pocket Air. Oh, so here, yeah, we still got troubles on Ridge Racer. Gonna knock it down a bit. So Ridge Racer looks like it needs a bit bit more power or some tweaking. Let's bring this down to 3x maybe. No. Yeah, there might be something wrong here. Did Devil May Cry run well? It was actually not. It was running at like maybe half of that resolution, because we were playing at 4x on Devil May Cry 3, whereas on the AYANEO 2, sorry, on the AYANEO Pocket Air, it would run at 2x. And yeah, this particular game I had problems on the AYANEO because I really like Ridge Racer, and yeah, I had problems running it on the Pocket Air actually, because I mean you saw at the beginning it was a bit, you know, it was slowing down already, but on here looks like it's pretty good. Whoa, yeah, it's a D-pad game. Yeah, straight away, I mean, didn't really configure much. The intro had some problems, but this is already better than the Pocket Air. I think some of it is to do with the fact that they're using Snapdragon as well, because just when I say that, I do spot some visual issues, but I think that in general, like, Snapdragon's just got better drivers, or it's better supported. Like, most of the emulators have been programmed on a Snapdragon rather than a Mali GPU, so you're going to run into less of these graphical issues. That's not to say that they... You know, I did see one or two graphical issues just now, but I think on Snapdragon we'll have less. So with E4SX not being updated as well, that's you know, that's another factor that makes the Odin2, like, the performance of it is better than the Pocket Air for sure. Yeah, I mean this is pretty damn good. Ridge Racer is like one of my favorite games, so it's pretty cool to see it like this running properly as well. So I don't know if you noticed before, but there was a little bit of a graphical error with the arrows on the left and right side, the little signs, the street signs, but yeah, whoops. Okay, let's back out of this. Okay, whoops, I didn't want to play that. So I'm going to try like a dark game, right? And we'll see, because Siren I know is quite, like there's a lot of shadows and things in it. And I want to see like how this screen performs, because I know like on the Pocket Air, it's going to run great on the OLED screen. Right, so I'll put the Pocket Air there, and we'll run the same game. So yeah, what am I going to do here? Oh, so I don't have the widescreen hack on the one above, but How is the viewing angle on this actually? Oh, let's get killed by this police guy. Right, so this is an example of a game which I would want to play on an OLED because, right, yeah, because look at this. This is a bit of a... Oh, actually, it's still pretty bloody hard to see on an OLED as well. Okay. Oh, I forgot what to do in this. Pick up, shout. I pick up the car keys. Okay, I'm gonna get the hell out of here now. Okay, here's an example of a game which I don't think will do too well in. Yeah, too well because the screen is. Yeah, the screen is probably the issue here. Oh, what the hell? Okay, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your kind comment, Brian. Oh, I got away. Okay, brilliant. Right, so let's play the same scene on the AYANEO Pocket Air. Right, because straight away I can tell like the... Oh. What's going on? Straight away I can tell that the screen looks a bit better. Unless I can't move around the... what's going on here? Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know what the hell was happening. Okay, let's escape from the police officer. Let's just try and put a widescreen hack on this. Please work. Okay, cool. Right, so we're going to see the same scene again on the AYANEO Pocket Air, so you can see the difference between the screen quality. So I'm running at a slightly lower resolution, and my guy's a bit stretched as well, but hopefully you get the idea of some the contrast difference. I actually think the Iron Odin is like doing a pretty good job against the OLED screen. Just gonna bloody unlock this. Oh. Unlock this door. Because there are a lot of PS2 games, right, where, you know, it was that era where it was like new metal and and like Korn and Slipknot and this kind of thing, and it kind of got into like games that, you know, you had like what was it, like Manhunt and this game and what was the other one, like Suffering. There was all this like grimy games that came out, grimy horror games, and they're quite dark. So oh, okay, that's it. So I think on the I actually thought the Odin might have done slightly better in terms of the screen. I'm not sure if it's because I had that boosted option, but the contrast on the Odin2 is actually surprising me compared to the OLED screen of the Pocket Air. And yeah, it didn't do too badly there. I didn't feel like I couldn't see, where I was going in the game, or it was too dark. As I was saying, it's like a lot of those PS2 games, they can get quite dark. But yeah, I thought that this one did quite well. Okay, let's switch to something else. Maybe Tekken Tag Tournament. Okay, just check my graphics settings. So we're at, I think we're at 4x, is it? Let's just go 4x. Yep, so we're at 1080p, no problems. This will be a good test of the D-pad. Which character should I use? Right, so my impressions of this D-pad, like the D-pad's good, but I feel like my thumb's getting a bit tired. Maybe on the other side as well with the buttons. Oh yeah, I could execute that combo okay though. The sound is good. The front firing speakers sound quite clear. The bass is a little bit lacking, but I think compared to the AYANEO, the Pocket Air has down firing speakers, and they do sound a little bit muffled. This sounds a bit more a bit clearer, but it's still lacking a bit of bass. Both of them lack a bit of bass. But the stereo separation is good on the Odin2, really good. Okay, let's. I think we'll probably leave it there for tonight. Let's just quit out of this. So I'm obviously not going to be able to give a final verdict in just an hour of playing this, but I do think it's. Well, I don't know. I do think that the Odin2 is slightly better than I expected actually. Let's just get this on the screen here. What am I going to do? Reset the game. Okay, so I'm just going to hang out and chat for a little bit, and then we'll just leave this on playing for a moment. So thanks for joining, and thanks to everyone for dropping your comments. and I will see you guys in the next stream.